So our topic is mistakes architecture student make. Deciding architecture as your career. So that is the first mistake. Are you decided? Are you convinced? Are you motivated that you will be an architect? Na nasa puso mo ba siya? Sinabi lang ba sa'yo ng classmate mo nung high school, or sinabi lang ba ng parents mo na maging architecture student ka, or are you really interested or passionate to be an architect, diba? That is one mistake, no? Because if you are not decided to be an architect, you better switch to another career right now, no? Kasi pag nagtuloy-tuloy to, that will be your mistake the whole life, no? Yun yung magiging problema mo, because you are not on your right career. So you need to think about it, no? Is this my future job as an architect or hindi, di ba? So during my early stint as a professor ng architecture, instructor pa lang ako noon, instructor. So wala pa akong masyadong experience, no? That was way back 1980s, early 90s. So a lot of students are enrolling architecture. Nung time na yun, talagang ang daming estudyante. There are a lot of students, no? And when the early 2000 came, no, biglang nagkaroon ng decline of architecture students. Nagkaroon ng mga students that are taking up nursing, di ba? Health related professions. So, mapapansin mo na now, ang dami na namang estudyante that are taking architecture. And a lot of students are also taking health-related professions. No? Pero you can easily see, no, based on the students' performance, kung sino yung student that are really decided, no, in taking up architecture. Makikita mo kagad dyan. Meron nga akong co-faculty noon na ang sabi niya sa akin, you can distinguish who is the chicken among the roosters, no? Sino talaga yung hindi dapat nandoon sa grupo na yun. Makikita mo talaga yan, no? Kasi you will be separate, you can easily be identified na ito hindi to talaga interested maging architecture, kasi makikita mo yung kanyang output of work. So that thing siguro na sa simula pa lang nung first year pa lang siya, meron siyang konting confusion sa isip na ito ba talaga yung aking career na kukunin. Another is what you can do today, you can do tomorrow. Yan, ito yung usually na nagiging hindi naman motto, nagiging attitude ng mga estudyante, no? Na pwede ko namang gawin yan bukas, no? Pwede ko naman siyang gawin ngayon, no? Diba? Dapat kasi dito you have an attitude that you need to do it today, no? Hindi mo kailangan gawin yan bukas. You need to do it today, because tomorrow you will have another problem. You will have another task to do, no? So you need to know that you need to do it today, not tomorrow, di ba? Pagka ginawa mo siya bukas, you don't put a lot of time on that particular task, di ba? Kasi nga bubukas ko na lang gagawin yan, di ba? So kaya ko naman gawin bukas yan, hindi ko gagawin ngayon. kasi may gagawin ako na iba. Pero actually, yun yung priority mo. So, this is also prioritization of task, di ba? A lot of instances, natatambakan tayo ng plates, natatambakan tayo ng trabaho, and at the end of the product, which is the plate, no, nakita mo na kukunti yung time na binigay mo sa kanya. You did not put a lot of time, di ba? Actually, sa amin as an architect, no, pag meron kami bagong project, hindi kami makatulog. We cannot sleep. We cannot. That's always on your mind kung anong gagawin mo. And there are times na gigising ka ng madaling araw and you are sketching something. Because you are thinking that at that time, no, meron ka ng idea. No, hindi mo kailangan ipagpabukas. You cannot sleep on it. That idea is now in your mind and you need to write it and sketch it. Taka ka matulog, di ba? So those things, no, kailangan yun ng attitude mo. Another is submitting anemic design, di ba? Ang daming ganyan na nakikita ko mga estudyante, even sa higher years, even sa thesis, no? Anemic, di ba? Yung mga hilaw na hilaw or kulang sa vitamins yung design, di ba? That is a common mistake, no? Hindi mo na mababalikan yung subject na yun. Hindi mo na mababalikan yung design exercise na yun. And you need to do your best, do your create a great effort, no, in doing that design. So, huwag mo isabi sa teacher mo yung isang sheet lang na design plate, tapos yung perspective mo ay wala namang laman, di ba? O kaya naman yung floor plan mo parang hindi pinag-isipan, di ba? So, lagyan mo ng vitamins yung iyong design. Put some effort. Imitating other work. No? Ito isang problema rin natin ito kasi masyado tayong ina-idolize yung mga architects, no? Architects that are very famous, no? And very usually they are quoted sa mga magazines, mga interviews sa mga social media and news, no? Do not imitate their work, no? Try to create your own design, no? Maybe you can study how they create their work, no? But don't try to imitate them. Kitang-kita, you can see it, no? It's an imitation of other work, no? So that's a common mistake, no, in designing, in submitting designs, no? And one problem is we are in a tropical climate. Wala tayo sa Amerika, wala tayo sa Europe, wala tayo sa country that has 4 seasons, no? We have only 2 seasons, no? Hot and rainy, no? Dry and wet. And the problem with our country, no, pagka wet season, it rains and the rain pours, no? Talagang malakas ang tubig pagka umuulan. And if you were imitate projects like being done by Zaha Hadid or Frank Gehry, it will leak in the Philippines. Sigurado ko dyan, it will leak. It will create ponds of water on top of your roof. Kasi their projects are bended and whatsoever. So hindi siya designed for tropical climate. You need to, if you want to do their type of architecture, you need to study well, no, how nature adapts to this type of climate or this type of weather. Ano ba itsura ng mga natural elements in the Philippines, no? Yun yung nag-adapt sa ating environment. So you need to come up with that type of solution and not try to imitate them. Another is weak presentation. Ito isang problema rin na nakikita ko to, no? Actually, meron namang ibang architects, students that focus only on presentation, no? Vice versa, no? They only focus on presentation and they do not put a lot of effort on the design, diba? presentation is not design. Being a good renderer will not make you a great architect, will not give you good designs. No? Maraming maganda sa rendering pero sa actual hindi siya maganda. No? And you need to also create good presentation. No? Hindi naman ibig sabihin na you only focus on rendering. You need to create good presentation. No? You need to create good design presentation. Okay, so the composition of your boards is very important. Pag gumagawa ka ng design plate, no, you need to compose the board, yung design board, no, yung mismong paper kung saan ka gumagawa ng plano, you need to compose it. Hindi ka basta magagawa ng design tapos parang ang luwag-luwag ng papel mo. You need to make it a composition. You need to make it a good presentation. Okay? So that's one problem of architecture student, weak presentation. Another is architect's world spins around design. Minsan yun ang ating yun ang ating nasa utak mo. Na yung pag naging arkitekto ka, ang utak, ang buhay mo ay gagalaw lang sa design. And that is not the reality. No? Hindi design lahat ang architecture. No? Architecture is, the design part of architecture is only about 15% of the whole project, the design part. And that the 85% is the implementation of the project, the actual construction of the project. That is the 85%. So, if you create a good design and it cannot be built, hindi mo kayang itayo because you don't know how to build it, you are not creating a good design, di ba? You're not creating a good architecture kasi hindi mo alam kung paano mo siya itatayo, di ba? So in being an architect, you need to be a good also a good engineer. Kailangan meron ka rin basic knowledge about engineering. Kaya nga architecture is not only art, it's also engineering. No? Kailangan alam mo yung mga engineering part ng building mo because that is the totality of your design. It's the totality of your project. Hindi maitatayo yung building mo without the engineering part, without the structural part, without the specification, the estimate, without the technology that you will use. That are also part of the architecture. Hindi lang yung floor plan, hindi lang yung perspective, hindi lang yung mga interior perspective, yung mga finishes. That is not all, no? Hindi lang yun. Hindi lang yung paggawa ng magandang rendering. Ang pagiging arkitekto ay yung you know the reason why you are doing that particular building. Alam mo yung purpose ng building na yun at bakit mo sa itatayo. And that is architecture. And a lot of students, no, create designs that cannot be constructed. No? Hindi mo maitatayo because there are no principles of building technology on your architectural design. So hindi doon umiikot lang, no? And a lot of architects are not all of architects are hired as designers. Hindi lahat nagiging designer. Some architects are project supervisor, some architects are renderer, some architects are estimators, some architects are site architects, some are designers, some are principal architects, some are professors, diba? So it's not about design. It's not only about design. There are a lot of factors in architecture. So the story is you need to pay attention on all of your subjects. Lahat ng subject, kailangan bibigyan ng attention. Kailangan pag-aralan mo lahat yung subject. Kailangan you try to get as much information or knowledge on all of your subject because lahat yan magagamit mo pag naging architecto ka. Inability to defend your project. That's one problem, no? That's one mistake. No? Hindi mo kayang i-defend yung project mo. And I don't want you to fall on that mistake pag nandun na kayo sa thesis. No? And you are showing to us a project that you don't know. And you don't know how did you design it. That is your inability to defend the project. You need to come up with statements that justify your design. Kailangan meron kang concept, may pinanggalingan yung design mo. There's a reason why you created that particular design. Kailangan alam mo siya, no? So kaya nga pagka gumagawa kami ng mga design projects, no, inuuna namin yung design concept, no? The written design concept. What is our concept on the design? Isusulat mo siya kahit 5-10 sentences. You need to create a design concept, written design concept. Yun ang pinaka-basic na kailangan mong gawin. Para alam mo, yun yung guide mo habang ginagawa mo yung design. No? And that concept, that will be your basis for your output, and you will research on that concept. You need to gather data on your concept na ilalagay mo sa design mo para kapag tinanong ka ng client or tinanong ka ng jury, and you can defend your concept. Meron kami mga projects na ginagawa na meron ng design na ginawa yung owner, meron na siyang design o meron siyang architects na hinire to do the design, and we will create our own design concept, and we will create our design solution. And based on that solution, we can defend bakit namin ginawa yung solution na yun. Why is it better than the other concept? Bakit mas maganda yung gawa namin? Bakit ito yung solution? Bakit nilipat namin to rito area na to? Bakit naging magkakasama itong mga rooms na yan? Bakit ganito yung itsura ng building? That is your concept, and you need to have valid reason or valid research in order to defend your design solution. Okay? Discouraged by criticism. That is one mistake also, no? Na madali tayong ma-discourage, madali tayong mawala ng pag-asa. No? Yun yung isang problema natin, no? Kapag yung professor natin marami nang sinabi tungkol doon sa ating project, sa ating design plate, para nawawala na tayo ng gana. And that should not be the attitude. No? Kailangan dito, you should not be discouraged, no? The criticism is your way to get better, no? Para maging mas magaling ka, di ba? Kaya ka nga kini-criticize para mas magaling ka. And that part, no, siguro wala tayo sa subject, wala tayo rito sa Mapua na you are being critiqued by your own classmate or by the professors in a forum. And that should be one. Kasi at the end, nangyayari, we are being critiqued pagdating natin to sa thesis defense, no? And that's too late, no? You need to be positive kapag may nagko-comment dun sa project mo na ginagawa, sa design mong ginagawa, and you need to take that criticism as a advantage, no? Because meron na nagsabi sa iyo na ganito pala yung ginawa ko, meron pala pagkakamali rito, o maganda pala yung ginawa ko, kailangan kong ulitin tong ganitong sistema. And you need to be aware, no, na those criticism will help you grow, no? Makakatulong yan sa iyo sa paggawa mo ng mga susunod na design projects mo or susunod na mga gagawin mong problems. Another is poor time management, no? And ito, problema natin to sa mga estudyante, yung time management, no? And you need to create a good time management attitude. Kapag wala kang good time management attitude, no, magpa-pile up lahat yung mga problema mo at the end of the day. Lahat yan magpa-pile up, no? Lahat ng mga na mga plates mo, no? Magpa-pile up yan, tapos you will have difficulties on solving that problem. No? Kasi nga, nagpatong-patong na eh. Di ba? May plate ka sa building tech, may plate ka sa design, tapos you are not managing your time. You need to create a calendar. No? You need to create a calendar on how to manage your time. Ako minsan meron din akong mga lapses on time management. Meron din ako mga problema sa time management. Pero I make it a point that kung hindi ko siya nagawa, I will spend my vacant hours, no, trying to do something productive. Yan ang pinaka-importante sa tao, no? Try to be productive, no? Because if you are spending time, your idle time on productive ways, no, mas marami kang magagawa. And you need to emphasize what is your priorities. Kailangan alam mo kung anong priorities mo sa pag-aaral. And another is the not paying attention during lectures. Ito, parang sinabi ko, I already discussed this previously na a lot of students, no, are not listening, no, during lectures ng mga professors. And it's very discouraging, no, for us professors talking hours and hours tapos hindi kayo nakikinig, no, tapos pag may nagtanong kami, nobody answers because you're not paying attention, no. How can usually if you are paying attention, and that is clearly seen during face-to-face lectures, no? Kasi pag face-to-face lecture, you can see who is paying attention, who are not paying attention, di ba? Kitang-kita mo yan, no? Kasi alam mo, nakikita mo yung mga mukha nila. But during this online learning, you have your own options not to pay attention, and that will be your problem. That will be your mistake. Spending too much time on movies and games. Ito, time management pa rin to, no? Part of time management. No? You spend too much time on Netflix and playing online games. No? Watching Netflix is not good. It's good, no? It's not bad, but watching too much movies is bad because you're studying. Meron klase, meron pa subject na kailangan mong tapusin. Tapos yung games, it's a very addictive, no, distraction, no, to everyone. Kapag masyado kang na ubos yung oras mo sa games, no, wala na. You're not doing anything anymore but playing games, no. And persons that you're playing with are also not productive. Yung mga kalaro mo, wala rin yan nagagawa because they're also playing games. If you are interested in playing online games, better change your career and be an online gamer, not an architecture student. You better think of things that are more productive. Hindi naman masama maglaro ng online games. I usually play online games. Meron ako itong Nintendo Switch, meron akong games sa laptop, sa computers. I play online games maybe once a month or pag wala talagang ginagawa or maybe nag-aantay ka for someone, no? Usually dala ko yung Nintendo Switch ko pag may inaantay ako. I usually play Zelda na hindi ko matapos-tapos, no? And or minsan NBA, no? Sa Nintendo because that's handy, no? Pwede mo lagay sa kotse, no? Because I don't play sa PlayStation because that takes a lot of your time. Kasi pag nakatuto ka sa PlayStation, ubos ang oras mo diyan, no? Because wala ka na, doon ka nakaupo ka na sa upuan na yun. And that is not a very good decision to do, na maglaro ka lang na maglaro. Another is I know it all attitude. Ayan, lahat ng estudyante natin sa architecture, yan ang problema, no? Iisip nila, alam na nila lahat, di ba? Kapag gumagawa ka ng plates, no, ng architecture plates, you don't know anything about that. Kaya nga meron kayong design problems. And you need to face the fact that you need to learn, no? In order to, you need to continue learning. Walang katapusan to. Hindi po pwedeng alam mo na lahat. You need to continue learning. No? That is why meron tayong mga postgraduate courses, no? For you to learn more things, no? For you to be open to all new ideas. And minsan hindi rin maganda yung I know it all attitude, because in lectures, no, like this one, pag yung utak mo is I know it all, you don't listen to the lecturer because alam ko na yan eh. I know that already. I will not listen. Diba? That is the I know it all attitude because you know it already. No? And you close your listening senses. No? You close it and then you do something else. Diba? That's not a good attitude as an architecture student. Kasi lahat naman, even architects, no, even me as a practicing architect, I do not know everything. I always try to learn new things every day. That's one of my mottos in life is to learn new things every day. Kailangan may matutunan akong bago every day. No? Kailangan meron akong bagong natutunan ngayong araw na to. If I did not learn anything today, parang hindi ako masyado masaya. I'm not too happy with my time management kasi I did not spend a time to learn something. So, kapag nasa compute, if you're on your internet in the computer, you need to try to browse things na you can learn something. No? Hindi yung browse things na mga that are not productive. No? Not challenging yourself. No? You need to challenge yourself every day. No? Kailangan try to know what your limitation and try to exceed beyond your limitation. So, yun yung mga ginagawa ng mga athlete natin, di ba? Yung pinupush nila yung limits nila, di ba? Kaya mo lang buhatin is 100 kilos, tapos susunod na bubuhatin mo 102 kilos, susunod na araw 103 kilos ka na, susunod 104 kilos, no? So you're challenging yourself. Ganun din sa architecture, you need to challenge yourself, di ba? Try to work, no, extra hours, no? Kailangan bigyan ko ng dagdag na oras, hindi yung hanggang dito lang kasi hindi ko na kaya, inaantok na ako. No, you need to challenge yourself. No? O kaya, nakagawa na ako ng isang scheme, ayoko nang ulitin. No, kinimuha ka pa na isa pang scheme. You need to challenge yourself that you can do something better. Pag gumagawa kami ng plans, no, it's a continuous challenge. No? Nakagawa ka na, you think that you can do it better. No? Kanina lang I submitted a design scheme to my client. No? The client's very happy, no, because pinag-uusapan na namin scheme for 1 week na namin siyang challenge namin yung sarili namin how to create something better. And kanina umaga I submitted it and he was very happy with the scheme. No? Because hindi kami tumitigil, no? We don't stop. No? We need to look for something better. It's challenging yourself. Diba? Another mistake is lack of research. That's one problem of architecture student. Actually, research is not it's not new to us, diba? Lalo na ngayon na merong Google, no? If you use Google, you are researching, di ba? That's one step of researching. That's Google. The other step is documenting your research. That's another thing. Kapag may ginugol ka and may nakita kang bagong bagay na related dun sa gagawin mo, you need to you need to document it. You need to download it and try to create a folder and put that in your folder based on that type of project. That's researching. So lahat ng mga data na nakita mo sa internet about that particular thing, i-download mo, ilagay mo sa isang folder, and that's research. And by the time na gusto mong gumawa ng paper, that particular data na nakuha mo, then you have all the data about it. Kasi nilagay mo sa isang folder o nilagay mo sa isang hard drive, so nandun lahat yung data na yun. In creating a design, let's say, may nakita kang design ng magandang chapel sa isang internet, then try to click it, download it. No? Tapos may nakita ka na ng magandang design, click it, download it. No? Tapos may nakita ka magandang idea, click it, download it. May nakita ka magandang related dun sa design ng church, click it, download it. Ngayon, pag dumating yung time na gagawa ka na ng simbahan, you have all the data. Hindi ka na maghahanap kasi meron ka ng stock knowledge about that particular type of building. That is research. No? That is part of research. Ako nga, pag may nakita ko sa YouTube na mga lectures, I download the lectures. So, meron akong YouTube downloaders, tapos dina-download ko yung mga lectures na yun. And I have a hard drive on all the lectures na gusto ko sa YouTube. Meron na ako, sinesave ko sa hard drive. Kasi hindi yan forever. Sometimes they delete that particular channel. Nawawala yung mga lectures na yun. So you need to be aware that you need to download it and you need to save it. So in creating designs, like yung bibigay ko sa inyong design problem, you need to have a lot of research. You need to research on this. No? Try to compare what they are doing. Try to get related literature. Try to get local laws and ordinances that are related to your project, and that is part of the research. And maybe your output will be more realistic than others because you have a lot of research in your solutions. Another is poor mindset towards learning. Ito, another problema natin to, no, yung ating attitude towards learning, di ba? Yung ating motivations, no, towards learning. Kasi yung mindset mo is your motivation, di ba? Pag wala kang motivation towards learning, no, or wala kang attitude towards learning, that will reflect on your work, no? Lalabas sa trabaho mo yan because you are not motivated and you don't have the right attitude in learning. Architecture is a subject that architecture is the course that you can learn. Pwede ka matuto rito, no? You can learn it, no? There are people that are born to be creative, no? But there are people that are learned, no, to be creative. Mga natuto para maging creative, no? Because your the creative part of your brain should be motivated, no? Should be what you call this tawag dito, kailangan ma-touch natin, no? Kailangan ma-cultivate natin yung creative part of your brain, no, to be an architect. Kasi pag if you are not motivated and you are not a person that is not pushing to be an architect, wala naman talaga sa motivation mo, gusto mo lang makagraduate, no? And that will be your problem later on. Sayang yung pagiging course, no? Sayang pagkuha mo ng architecture. Limitation of ideas, no? That is also one weakness, no, ng mga estudyante. They have very limited ideas about architecture, about that particular problem, about particular design, about particular technology, no? Because of the limitation of ideas. That is your weakness, no? You need to enhance, no, or create ideas, no? Be open to ideas. Importante yan, no? You need to be open to ideas. Kaya nga yung aking YouTube channel is Big Ideas, no? There is always a big idea, no, of something, no? Hindi there is an evolvement of knowledge. Nag-evolve ang knowledge eh. There will always be a new idea, no? Hindi naman every design plate that we give to students, there are a lot of solutions. Hindi naman isa lang ang solutions niya, no? Isa lang ang solution. There is a hundreds, thousands of solutions, different type of design solution that you can create. Diba? So you need to expand, no, your ideas. No? So try to actually hindi tayo makapag-travel ngayon. Travel is one way to learn. Traveling is one good way to learn. And there is internet, and you can travel via internet. You can travel via internet, and you can browse, you can seek for new technology in order to create better designs. Pagka marami kang idea, marami kang alam na technology, you can create more. Lack of passion. Yan, isa pa yan, problema natin, yung bang parang tamad-tamad lang yung yung mga estudyante, walang passion, wala siyang commitment to your career, no? Kailangan may commitment ka. You have the passion for architecture. Doon umiikot yung buhay mo sa architecture, not the architecture design, but architecture itself. Doon umiikot yung buhay mo. That's your passion, di ba? Pag gawin mo siyang hobby. Gawin mong hobby yung architecture. That will be your career. Bakit hindi mo siya gagawing hobby? That will be your career. Ako, tanungin mo anong hobby ko. Wala namang hobby, di ba? My hobby is my practice. Yun yung pinaka-hobby ko, no? Siguro I sometimes do things na hindi architecture related, no? Pero my passion is always this type of career, architecture. That's always my passion. And although nung bata ako, it did not enter my mind na magiging architect ako in the future, magiging architect someday. Pero nung nakita ko yung career as an architecture, it became my passion. And as a student, it should be also your passion, no? During your stay here in architecture school in Mapua, you need to spend more time, no, in architecture. Ang nangyayari nga kasi during the days na meron kayong subject, no, from at the time na magising ka at bago ka matulog, no, yan palagi yung nakikita mo, eh. Yan palagi ginagawa mo, architecture. Minsan nagsasawa ka, di ba? There will be a time that you are not motivated anymore. Nawawala na kasi araw-araw mo nakikita. Pero if architecture is your passion, hindi ka magsasawa. Hindi ka magsasawa to learn new things, to be creative, no? To share your knowledge, no, someday in this career. Alam mo, madami mga architects talaga na the passion talaga nila architecture, lalo na yung mga leaders sa United Architects of the Philippines, no? They spend a lot of time, no, being leaders of the organization because that's their passion, di ba? So talaga nila yung architecture, no? Gusto nila makatulong sa architecture as a profession. And they spend minsan time and money, no, para lang sa ibang tao, no, to learn. Kapareho ng mga professors nyo sa architecture sa Mapua. A lot of professors here, they spend their whole career teaching. No? Wala na, yun na lang ginawa nila. Their passion is to teach new architects. No? Yun na yung ginawa nila. No? Hindi na sila nagpayaman, hindi nila binild yung kanilang sariling identity as an architect, but their passion is to be a professors or teachers. So, lack of creativity. Minsan kasi kinakahon natin yung sarili natin, di ba? We always work inside the box, no? And we are not that creative. No? You need to think outside of the box. You need to think there are other ways to solve the problem. Okay? So you need to find that way. You need to find that solution. Kaya nga maganda yung maganda yung you have a lot of research because you did a lot of solutions already. Kasi pag marami ka na nagawang research, marami ka na nakitang solution na ginawa ng ibang architects. And that will make you creative because you have seen a lot of solutions and you can create your own solution. Diba? You can create your own way to design it. And that is creativity. Kasi kung wala ka namang nakita, if you have no basis, you cannot be creative kasi wala ka pa naman nakita eh. Baka akala mo yung ginagawa mo is new. But it's already created by other person, di ba? So you need to know what other things have done, what other architects have done about the project to make it to be creative, di ba? Disorganization. Ito siguro makaka-relate kayo rito. Yung mga tao na disorganized, no? There are a lot of people that are disorganized. And one sign of disorganized person is your table. Yung mesa mo sa opisina or sa bahay or sa work table mo. If your work table is disorganized, you are probably disorganized. Diba? Kapag marami kang mga bagay doon na hindi naka-organize sa table mo, yung utak mo rin is disorganized. Even your laptop, if you have what you call this, a screen that is disorganized, yung pinaka-screen ng laptop mo, yung background ng laptop mo is disorganized, yung mga folders mo are disorganized, you are a disorganized person. So you need to be organized, you need to create a setup, no, in your mind para maging organized ka. Kailangan i-motivate mo yung sarili mo na maging organized, and you need to segregate things, no? Important, not important. Okay, so yun lang muna. What is important, what are not important, no? So pwedeng yun ang basic na gawin mo, no? So yung mesa mo, try to organize. Ito importante sa kanan, hindi importante sa kaliwa. So that thing. Ngayon pag na-organize mo na yung hindi importante, try to organize ano yung pwede na itapon. What should be going to the trash bin. So ito mga hindi importante ito. What are the things that I do not need anymore? Tapon. Tapos yung mga not important but you may need it sometime, tago mo siya. Tapos, what are important that you will be needing for the rest of the semesters, ilagay mo sa table mo para ma-organize mo, no? Actually, during my 25 years sa government service, no? Marami na ako nahawakan na position, no, sa government, no? Hanggang naging isang head ako ng isang campus, no? So, nung naging head ako ng campus, ang dami naming trabaho. Ang dami. I manage 4 campuses all over the Philippines. 4 na campus, 4 na schools sa UP. Ako nagmamanage nun. But if you will go to my office, my table, walang laman. There's no paper on top of my table. Wala siyang laman. So, blanco lahat yan. Ibig sabihin, every paper that lands on my table, I act on it. No? Lahat yun. Pagdating sa table, kailangan pirmahan. Kailangan, hindi ako uuwi ng may laman ng table ko. I will not go home if there's a paper on the table that is not being acted or being analyzed or being solved. Kailangan lahat meron yan. Meron siyang solution. Kasi pag hindi mo siya nagawa, the following day, may darating ka na naman na trabaho. And that will, the end of it, your table will be disorganized and your head will be disorganized. Diba? Parang gano'n na yan. No? And then, magkakagulo-gulo na. Hindi mo na alam gagawin mo ngayon. Diba? And now that will be chaos. Diba? Hindi mo na alam gagawin mo kasi ang dami mo ng trabaho, tapos stress ka na, di ba? Yun ang pinakapangit na stress. May stress ka dun sa dami ng ginagawa mo na dapat nagawa mo na noon pa. So, you need to organize yourself. You need to organize your table, organize your laptop, organize your folder. Okay? An attitude is the I give up. Ito isang attitude natin to ng mga architecture student, no? Na I give up, no? Pasa na natin 'yan. Give up na ako, di ba? Pwede na 'yan, no? That's not a good attitude. Kasi pag sinabi mo pwede na 'yan, you give up, di ba? Yun yung solution ng Pilipino pag pwede na eh. Pwede na 'yan. I give up, di ba? Wala na akong magagawa eh. Yan na yun. Pero you need to give up if you have exerted all your effort. Pwede na kasi nagawa mo na lahat eh, wala ka na magagawa, no? No? Pwede mo nang gawin. Pero pag wala pang alam, pag alam mo na meron ka pang you only exerted 50% of your time, don't give up. Baka pwede mo pang gawa ng solusyon. Let's say may submission na plate. Sasubmit natin yung plate natin next week. Malapit na yung deadline, di ba? Ang deadline natin is Friday next week. Tapos natapos mo siya ng Thursday, di ba? Natapos mo siya ng Thursday ng umaga. Di ba? Bago mo i-submit, you need to review and review, no? Submit mo siya siguro mga last 2 hours before submission, no? Wag yung isasubmit mo kaagad, baka may na-miss ka, di ba? Baka may na-miss ka dun sa ginawa mo. O baka you can improve it more, no? O you can add something, di ba? It will enhance your plate, di ba? So, paano mo siya magagawa? You need to be organized, di ba? Kailangan na-prioritize mo yung mga ibang trabaho mo para meron kang time for your plate before you submit it. Okay? So, that's one attitude na kailangan natin ilagay sa utak natin. Never give up, no? Minsan kapag sinabi ng mga hindi naman kasi lahat ng architecture students na nung nag-aaral sila ay hindi magaling, ay hindi magiging successful. Hindi totoo 'yun, no? Hindi totoo 'yun na dahil hindi ka magaling nung nag-aaral ka, hindi ka magiging successful. Hindi totoo 'yun. Hindi lahat, no? Some architecture students na nakita namin na nag-aaral sila, hindi sila ganoon magaling, pero they are successful in their career right now. They never give up, diba? Hindi sila nag-give up, no? They continue learning, they continue to practice, no? And yung attitude na yon will bring you somewhere, diba? If you don't give up. Kapag nandun na kayo sa path na gumagawa na kayo ng sarili nyong career as an architect, later on, no, mga siguro after 5 years, no, mga architects na kayo after 5 years, no, siguro the attitude of giving up, no, kailangan wag niyo nang gamit, wag niyo nang isipin, no? Wag niyo nang ilagay sa utak niyo 'yun, no? Ang attitude is never give up. Wag kang bibitaw, di ba? Wag kang bibitaw, kaya mo 'yan. Never give up. Never give up kasi kapareho ngayon, no? Kami sa architecture firm namin sa opisina, no? It has been about siguro mga 6 months, 6 months na wala pumapasok na project. It's been 6 months na wala ka akong project na bago. Puro mga lumang project na ginagawa ko paulit-ulit. And kasi pag walang project, there are less income. No? Pag wala kang project, less income. Eh. So it has been 6 months. No? Pero there was a time that I want to give up. Pero there are a lot of encouragement from my peers. No? Lalo na yung mga nakakasama ko sa negosyo na project, no? Yung mga kaibigan ko sa projects that they keep on giving me projects. They keep on telling me na no, you don't give up, you don't close your firm, no? But there will be a time na magkakaroon ka ulit ng project. And that's true, no? There are a lot of times na akala mo wala na, then pagising mo kinaumaga, may natawag sa iyo, may magpapagawa, di ba? And that happened. No? And that's part of the practice, no? That's part of being an architect. No? If you have your own career, your own firm, that will be a part of your challenges. No? Kaya nga there are a lot of architects that doesn't want to build their own office or their own practice kasi challenging, medyo mahirap, no? Because you are paying people without income going in your office, no? Nagbabayad ka ng sweldo nila pero wala ka namang kinikita pa, di ba? So those are challenges, no? And kung wala naman tong pandemic nito, this will not happen. This will not happen. A lot of offices, a lot of stores, a lot of businesses closed, di ba? Because of the pandemic. Hindi lang naman architecture profession. Marami nagsara, di ba? And that is the reality right now. Kaya nga marami nag-shift ng career, marami nag-shift ng iba't ibang gustong gawin, di ba? Maraming iba-iba na negosyo ng iba-ibang arkitekto ngayon because of this pandemic. Kaya lang, no, as the time goes, no, to the next, maybe the next year, next practice or next career of other architects, no, makikita natin kung ano magiging resulta nito. Kung ano magiging resulta nito pagka nandun na tayo sa bagong ang sabi nga sa akin sa kaibigan ko hindi daw the new normal ang magiging itsura the new society. Hindi na new, kasi yung new normal hindi, the new society. We will have a new society right after the COVID. There will be a new society. Bago na yung society natin. Kasi yung attitude ng tao magbabago. The way we see things will change because of this pandemic. And because you will be new architects after 5 years, you need to adapt to this change. Maybe yung practice namin will be different from your practice after 5 years, after 10 years, after 20 years. So do not right now, you're still student, nag-aaral pa rin kayo, you can correct your mistakes. You can create your wrong attitude towards the architecture as a new career for you. Pwede mo siyang ayusin sa ngayon. Siguro itong mga slides na to, you can recall it again, no? Or watch it again para makita mo do I do that thing? Ginagawa ko ba yan? And then you will realize, no, na there is always room for improvement. Lahat naman, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect in this world. Lahat naman tayo will make mistakes. Lahat tayo rito there is always a room for improvement for everybody. Okay, so It's 11:42. It's almost 1 hour, no, for this lecture.